Hey Jeff. So I've got an issue with stuff that's going on at home, and I was just wondering if you had time to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So trying to get our son to sleep over the course of the night. Wondering, what you and your wife did to get your children to sleep through the night, and if you can offer any sort of advice. We started as of last night, and man, it's been brutal. Crystal had been, for the most part, getting up just herself, getting up with them every 2 hours. And she's wanting me to help with this, so that's been really tough with school and work that I've been doing. But I see that she's really frustrated, overly exhausted. The consideration that I have is if I don't help, then that's only going to put a strain on our marriage. So there's concern with that, but I also am concerned with my lack of sleep and being able to get homework done. Not just even getting it done, but doing well in it, or assignments or tests. So feeling really frustrated, really anxious. Angry, not necessarily with my wife, but just at the situation in whole, just because, I need my sleep, and so does she, but not sure how to make that happen. And really, that's a want. I want her to be able to sleep. I want me to be able to sleep, and I want our son to be able to sleep through the night so that we can actually get rested. Yeah, I think that's probably the biggest wants.
Anything else?
No, I think I pretty well covered what I was feeling about it.
How do you feel right now?
Right now, tired. Really tired. Yeah, just tired.
So what I heard was that you really have a lot going on. You're overwhelmed, and there's a lot on your plate, and your wife has a lot on her plate. But you guys both are trying to adjust you guys' schedule to find a way that satisfies everyone, especially your kid, you and your wife. Rest is important, and we all need it, and it seems like you guys are not getting enough rest, but you guys need to find a way to have a schedule to
Yes.
have everyone else to have rest.
Absolutely.
And, did I get all of that?
Yeah,
Pretty much?
I think that was a pretty good summary.
Anything else you want to share? Or?
No, I think that pretty well covered it, and then you hit all the points pretty much that I had with that.
Is it okay if I share?
Yeah, want to switch?
Yeah.
Let's switch.
Let's switch. Don't tell.
TV timeout. Still recording.
Still recording.
Sweet.
Sorry.
We had a timeout there. Sorry.
So we're going to continue on to Adam's conversation here. So we switch. So I'll be doing the sensory, the awareness wheel, while he will be doing the listening.
Potentially.
intentionally he's trying to.
Well, I give up.
Okay.
All right. Just more important.
All right. So, after listening to what you were saying, during that time when me and my wife were, I think I was working, and my wife was a stay-at-home mom, but really taking care of my in-laws' business. I had to. My wife didn't get enough sleep also, and we had to do the same thing. We had to share the job of
Responsibilities.
responsibilities of how to get sleep. So mostly because my wife would do more stuff during the day and stay up till night. So she stayed up until as much as she could, but then I would help her out. So I would do the feeding, putting him to sleep. So it was really hard because everyone around us was more worried about what they needed. So we were trying to take care of our situation with our child.
Right.
Yeah, but the issue was also that he was allergic to everything.
Oh man.
So, and he had atopic skin. So, and plus his skin would crack. So he wouldn't sleep at all. So, we tried to plan things out. In my mind, I thought it would be possible for me to go to work and just sleep off and on and take care of it. So take the lead, the initiative. That's what my thoughts were. That if I took the initiative and be like, well, my wife can have a good night's sleep because she takes care of him more during the day, and I can take care of him at night, and I will stay up and sleep. For my child to sleep, and I would just not get very good rest because my job wasn't that hard. That was the plan. That's what our thoughts were. But my emotions started to get to me, and I started to get really angry because I was tired. Not because I was angry at my child or my wife, but I was just so tired that
Just kind of in general angry.
Yes, I was just like, this is like overwhelming. I can't stand it, you know.
Okay.
So I felt a lot of stress. I was really stressed out. I was starting to like take my anger out on other people. So what I wanted was to find a solution for me, for my wife, and for the people around me. The solution was to get rest, to juggle our life that we had, doing so much for other people, doing our jobs.
Finding balance.
Finding balance, right? And at that current situation at that time, we couldn't really find a balance because our son was so allergic to everything, and he was such a light sleeper that the only initiative was to keep pushing ourselves. You know, that was our only thing to do. And now it's better because he's not allergic to anything except nuts, you know. But it took a lot of time and patience. That's
Okay.
how we did it. You know, it's just what drives you, or what pushes you to want to keep moving. And I guess that made me want to keep going.
Okay.
That made me want to get it done. You know,
Right.
It's not about me; it's about them. So that's how I felt.
Absolutely. Is there anything else that you wanted to add, or?
No.
All right. Now you covered a lot, so let me see if I can try and summarize all that. So what I heard was you were working at the time. Your wife was a stay-at-home mom, but she was also helping your in-laws or relatives business, and so she was putting in a lot of hours. And please correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounded like she kind of took either the day shift or the night shift, and then you had the other, vice versa.
Yeah.
So it sounded like that meant that maybe not quite as much time for you and your wife together. But you decided after realizing that you'd become very angry and that you were taking out your anger on a lot of different people, that you just wanted to try and find what you wanted for everyone was to make sure that you were getting rest and to push forward for your family and just finding a way to do that. Does that kind of summarize, or more or less summarize what you said? Okay. Awesome. So I believe what I would like to do then is for us to kind of collaborate. Maybe we can kind of come up with some ideas of, at least for me in this situation now, what I might be able to do moving forward in this situation to meet the wants of my wife. I think you've mentioned one kind of already that might be just simply pushing forward. Maybe not simply pushing forward, but thinking of a reason why, kind of my why for pushing forward. So wanting to be there for my family, wanting to support them in whatever way possible, that being the why I'm going to try and push forward. As tired, as emotional as I might be, and the varying emotions that come with it, but pushing forward. I don't know, do you have any other thoughts?
Well, what I kind of think about during the past is I wish there was like more of a schedule. And I don't know how you and your wife are right now, but because me and my wife were a little bit different, it was like we both had the same time frame that we had to do things. So I felt like if one was a little bit shifting to the other, it would have made it easier. So if, for example, if she worked in the day and I worked in the afternoon, it would have been easier for me to stay up or find time to not be so frustrated or angry. But we both were in the same time frame, so when you get home, you both are just like drained out. So then you both are kind of like, we know we gotta do this, but we're so tired. But it's not like we don't want to do it. We know we need to do it, but yeah. So I think scheduling is really important.
Okay.
If you can find list out the schedules, maybe that's an idea to list out the schedules you and Crystal have, and see if there's a time for you guys to take turns, or if she has a day off, or if you have a day off, then you guys can alter the day so that way one of you gets a good night's sleep and the other gets the sacrifice and do the vice versa.
Okay.
I think that's an idea that I personally always thought that would work out.
That actually makes a lot of sense, and I know that we have actually discussed not necessarily just a schedule for us, but also for our son, and trying to make sure that at this time and this time during the day, we're putting him down for naps so that he gets used to a schedule just in the day, and then hoping that would lead to more success at night. So I actually really like that idea. I think that's something that we should implement. I think that thinking about that in the future, then, if that's what we decide to do, and I really like that idea, I think that would be really beneficial in allowing us to both understand, as you said, putting forth our schedules and then collaborating together to figure out, okay, here's where I can be of help, here's where you can be of help. And then I think that way there's an understanding between the two of us, my wife and I, in knowing that, okay, I know that he's able to help at this time, and I'm able to do this at this time, and then that way we're not feeling so overwhelmed necessarily. I think that would be one of the most beneficial outcomes in understanding who was able to give what,
Mhm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
Anything else?
I don't think so. I thank you for sitting down on this issue. I really appreciate your help.
Well, thanks for letting me listen and help you out with your issue.
Yeah.
All right.
Do we need to say anything for the camera as far as
No.
what class or no?
No. Maybe we can
Explain
explain.
these. Do you want to hold them up or?
So what me and Adam did is we talked about an issue. Of course, it's about sleeping, getting enough rest for him and his wife and his child. Adam started the issue with the awareness wheel, going through all the steps of sensory data, thoughts, emotions, the SOS, and actions, the wants. And then I was sitting here giving attention, acknowledging him, looking at him with eye contact, giving the yes and no, not yes and no's, but just like making sounds like mm-hmm. I asked a little bit, like, is there anything else? I summarized it, and I asked questions again just to see if there was anything else that I hit or missed. And then we turned around
Flip-flop the situation
and became me answering and talking about my experiences with the same situation, and I went through the same awareness wheel, and Adam went through the listening.
One thing that I think that Jeff and I both did a really good job of is mirroring each other. As we were sitting there trying to mirror each other's actions, and I think that led to a better conversation, a better connection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nice job, Jeff.
Yep. Thank you, Adam. All right.